What is going on out there, peeps? All right, let me get back to this interview that we did with Stefan over there at Money Metals. It really was a good interview. It was very informative. A lot of people liked it. I've been listening to, I read a lot of the comments. Also, in the group, a lot of people were talking about this. And you guys all brought up some good ideas I will share with Rice as well as Stefan. All right, and so let's get into these because I want to make sure that I respond. So, again, you guys, if you're thinking about getting into precious metals, please give our friends over there at Money Metals Exchange a consideration. The link is in the description. If you buy more than $100 worth of precious metals, use promo code PIMPY, P-I-M-P-Y, and you will get a free half ounce. But you only get it once, all right? So over here we got Pimpy's investment chat. Over here we talk about, different types of investment opportunities, gold, silver, cryptocurrencies, as well as foreign currency investments. Come on over there. Just no politics, please. Keep the politics for here, which is the hidden things in front of your eyes. Over here, we do talk about QAnon, NESARA, GESARA, politics, current events, 9/11, false flags, all those things. Just be respectful of one another. If you don't have Facebook, come join me over here on Twitter. The link is in the description. All right, so let's get into some of these. What's going on? I wanted to share these with you, which is really neat. So Steven Crowder, you know what I mean? So Louder was Crowder. I'm pretty sure it's the same guy. That'd be weird if there's more than one. Anyways, he said, if you have been thinking about buying precious metals to get out of the system and avoid inflation and the devaluation of the dollar, right now is a good time. Big banks are pushing the price of metals down to get out of their short positions. Yep, I agree. They're losing money on it. This is a good buying opportunity. Rona has made a shortage of metals, so you want to get in before it's super scarce, because at that point you're rolling the dice. If you order, will even be filled, and we're hearing a lot about that on the bigger scene. Comics having problems, but we'll see. Not a financial advisor, so do your own research and make up your own mind. But anyways, I don't think this is Louder with Crowder, but I think it's funny you have the same name. But anyways, I like his advice and I wanted to share it. This also was on Twitter, and I swiped it off somebody. I don't remember who it was. Investments in precious metals by Russian banks increased in August, reaching almost 7.4 billion. In terms of gold, Russian bank gold reserves have almost amounted to a record 121 tons, which is 10.9% higher than the maximum reached in October 2019. A lot of banks are doing this. A lot of countries are doing this. A lot of banks are doing this. So this is not surprising. I showed you guys plenty of articles, plenty of videos where we're seeing a lot of banks making their move. Hedge funds, billionaires, everybody's making their move. It's for a reason. So let's get into this. Have been dealing with MMX, which is Money Metals Exchange, for those of you who don't know, for several months now and haven't had any glitches or problems. Personnel have been polite, informed, knowledgeable, and professional. Thank you for a class act, folks. A factor that sits well with me is the simplicity of knowing what you're looking at and the cost of an order. Clean, easy to understand when ordering, and no hidden costs that show up at the end of placing the order. Yeah, I've had that happen to me, and I wasn't thrilled about it. I raised hell. Not at MMX, but on, I don't want to name them, but it was explained to me why, but even so, it's something that I was not expecting. Nonetheless, they'll let you know if there will or will not be shipping costs. If you look on the website page, it tells you, by the way. As long as you purchase above a certain amount, there is no shipping cost. All neatly put together, one bundle. The KISS principle. Love it. Yeah, I mean, again, there's many reasons why Money Metals is the right choice. They are a family-owned business. They're here in the United States, and I like that kind of stuff. They're all very polite. When I call in there, of course, I have a unique name. I mean, they know who Pimpy is, so it's kind of funny when I call in, I say it's Pimpy. So they're all really nice, funny. I've talked to several of the employees there. But yeah, I think I've never had an issue at all, and I don't think a lot of people have. And the one person that, if I'm being honest, the one person that had an issue, come to find out it wasn't Money Metals. The issue was actually with the postal people. So they got something wrong, and yeah. Anyways, tax and precious metals is just another deep state ploy to line their coffers. I agree. Also, Trump will be taking the capital gains away and restricting the IRS. because they're illegal, never been part of the government like the feds. So yeah, I mean, the feds is not part of the government, by the way. The Federal Reserve is a privately owned independent bank. The IRS is a fancy collection agency for that particular private bank. I mean, I guess you should say they're half government, half privately owned. I mean, the government gets to appoint people in there, but for the most part, it's really tricky. The way they set it up it does exactly what it's supposed to do. Okay, and that is keep control of our government. Great show tonight, guys. Lots of good info. Would like to listen to your guests monthly. Where we go one, we go. Pimpy, time to upgrade your mic. Yes, people. I can't tell you how many times it's been ripped out of my hands, ripped out of the phone. So I'm pretty sure by now it says beat the crap. So I promise to go get a new one so you guys can hear me clearer. I know how much you guys love my voice. I appreciate the kind words. Got my first order in my Paul Revere, and I was shocked at how fast I got my order. Yeah, a lot of people said that. So yeah, they're pretty quick, unless for some reason there's some type of short on a particular metal that you're buying, like that rush we had in July. It kind of put a little bit of a damper on the speed, but for the most part, they get out really damn quick. Yeah, I appreciate that about them. The order, beautiful package. There was a nice touch. In fact, I'm saving. Yeah, I have them little boxes. So the metals come in little boxes. They're really cool, and I have them because I have different sizes. The ones I get, so that you can pack a lot of different things in there. Thank you guys for the great services and bring information to us. Highly recommend Money Metals. I appreciate the endorsement there, Candy. They are great people, man. I'd really be interested in keeping up with legislative initiatives, news as well. All right, Elizabeth, so that's something we're going to talk about because actually for those of you out there who are collecting precious metals, I want to encourage you guys to get involved because, again, our goal is to make sure that our precious metals are not taxed, recognized as money as they should be. All right, and there's a lot of other things we could do to make sure that the grubby hands of the greedy and our government keep their mitts off of our precious metals. We will talk to them about that, maybe having like a monthly interview. And I'll also put it out into groups and let you know when a conference call is coming up. So if you guys have questions, that'll be the time to ask. So do I. You want to know about it? Canada is like he too sticks. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. It's like the heat two sticks. That's awesome. I don't accept paper fiat currencies. Get some silver and we can do business. Yeah, the funny thing is I told you guys I've been having some roofing stuff done and this guy was asking for me to kick him down a deposit. And, I was really tied up and I was really busy. And so, it was about $2,000 was a deposit. And so I asked him if he'd take a gold coin. Man, he jumped all over that real quick. So instead of $2,000, I ended up giving him one gold coin. So it worked out just fine. I told you guys in the future, that's going to be most likely what's going to happen with these coins when they hit a certain value. If you guys are worried about selling them back, you might not have to. There will be people in which you can use their goal is to keep your precious metals. Of course, it's there to protect you, protect your wealth from generation to generation. That's how these rich families stay rich. You seen that video I did with the Rothschild? 261 years they've been adding to their family vault. 261 years. I just started mine stacking in 2018. Now I've been saving gold or silver and gold for longer than that, but I have them in collectible coins. As far as stacking is concerned, that's a little bit different. 2018 I started. Pimpy, you're so funny. On these chats, you look like a prisoner out in an underground bunker. Dark room, blanket wall, bad reception, hat jacket. It's a riot. Love you. So, so here's what's going on. The blanket is because, I work out of my room. It's a huge room. Our room looks like crap because the house I've been doing what's called a poor man's remodel. I've been trying to do it myself, but I'm too busy all the time. So finally I just got fed up And I actually got the professionals here. That's why in a lot of these videos recently you can hear a lot of construction noise in the background, because I said, you know what, screw it. I can't do it by myself. There's never enough time. The blanket is because we had to bring a lot of crap into the room. It's just ugly. There's stuff everywhere. And so, I was like, I'm not going to film it. And you guys can see my dirty room. So I put the blanket up. That's what the blanket is for. All right. So I'm just telling you what happened. All right. Just got me some Don't Tread on Me 1 ounce rounds, 50. Yeah, those are really beautiful coins. Absolutely. Good on you, Mr. Gleason, for the work your folks are doing on exemption laws and improved legislation for precious metals. Thank you. All right, so over to Stefan. I'm sure he's probably read your guys' comments. He's a good guy. Really happy with Money Metals Exchange. They've been delivering on their orders and quickly. Yeah, they actually have. Mine gets are pretty quick. So I'm glad I'm now a customer of MMX. It's exciting. It's an exciting thing to start. Would never have thought of it until I watched a video by Pimpy. Can we use code Pimpy at one time and Rice on the other? That's a good question. I don't know. That's pretty slick, actually. So yeah, there are many of you that have told me that you've never as much as saved anything in your lives at all. Never did it, never prepared for it. And so for your first times, you're starting to save and you're starting to see your little collection get bigger and bigger. And there's something about that that's real motivating. You know what I mean? As your collection gets bigger and you're seeing that your hard work is paying off, and you also know that those precious metals hold a lot of value to them. So trust me, as you get going. Now I'm going to tell you about a friend of mine that's over there in the UK. This guy's been collecting since 1973. Yeah, he's that old, but he's filthy rich, by the way. And so I asked him, usually I wouldn't ask somebody this question, but I was just curious. And so I said to him, newbie, how much silver and gold do you have, if you don't mind me asking? He said, no, I don't mind. I said, go ahead. He said, I got 3.5 tons of silver and about, I don't know if he said 300 or 600 pounds of gold. I was like, what the hell? He goes, yeah, you got to understand that when I was younger, it wasn't that expensive. I said, yeah. And he goes, so back then I was able to stock up on it. So those big shipping containers that you see on the back of trains, they're on these big, huge boats. He has 2 of them separately buried on his property where nobody knows it is. And he stores them in these containers. So I joke with them all the time. I said to him, because he has no kids, he has no family. I'm like, newbie, what the frick happens if something happens to you and you die? He goes, well, the day they dig up my garden, somebody's going to have a really nice surprise. And I was like, damn. I was like, look, I could be your adopted kid, man. Make sure you leave me in your will. So, yeah, a bulk of his collections came from a long time ago. He's already rich, but he got that way for a reason. So, but can you imagine a single individual having 3.5 tons? Now, it sounds like a lot, but actually when you break it down, since 71, 72, it's not as much as you think. He's, obviously stacked, but it could get to that level pretty quick. All right. I think it's 33,000 ounces per ton. I might be wrong, but I think it is 33,000 ounces. You guys can look it up and tell me. So 33,000 ounces. I mean, it sounds like a lot, but for some people it's not. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, he definitely. Now the gold is what was impressive, because he was buying gold back when it was like, $200, $250 an ounce. Unbelievable. Crazy. Some people, man, that's crazy to think about. Now, the funny thing is you're stacking now. And one day when you got a huge collection, you get out there and gold and silver is like, the tens of thousands and the thousands. And someone's going to say to you, how much you got? And you're going to say, I have this much. You're going to go, what? Holy crap, man. Yeah, but back when I was collecting, you could buy silver for like $25. You could buy gold for like $1,900. It's nothing like that now, but that's how it works, man. Thank you for everything you do. After being in prison for 27 years and then being released in 2018, I've learned quite a bit from you. I appreciate people that are trying to help, and you do everything to make them proud. Thank you. Arthur, welcome. brother, to the free world. I appreciate the kind words. And, this is a chance, I think, for everybody to start over for scratch, man. So I'm, glad that you're out. I'm glad that my videos are helping. Please let me know if you have any questions. I'd be more than happy to answer them for you. But welcome aboard. Yeah, it's not too late, my brother. It's not too late. Just start stacking. I'm obsessed with coins. Yeah, again, I wasn't being sexist when I said this, but when I was talking in an interview, I said I noticed when you start introducing coin collect or silver coins to women, and they start going to these websites, they start seeing the different coins, and they're like, why are these coins have different prices? And you're answering the questions, and you're explaining to them what's going on. They quickly move from stacking silver, going right over to the numismatic collectible side right away. And that's because there's so many different types of designs. You guys will go crazy. I'll show you something that'll drive you crazy. Now, me, I love these coins too. But this isn't for you guys. This is for later down the life. These are called power coins. These are specially designed coins. They're very limited in mintage. In other words, they purposely keep the number of them available very low so that they hold their value, but they are way expensive. This is not for everybody, but you can see there's different designs of coins. You see what I'm saying? There's all kinds of different coins in here. They have, they're really beautiful. They're like works of art. Speaking of, here you go right here. Now look at this coin. I'll just show you because I'll just show you one. So this is $229.90. I think you can convert this over to regular US dollars. But I'm going to hold this over here so you can see this. Look at the artwork on this coin. Now this is a real sculpture, and they did a replica on the coin. Do you see what I'm saying? That's the front. This is the back. So you see, this is what attracts me to collecting coins on the numismatic side. I love the artwork. I love the history. You know what I mean? But this isn't for people who are trying to, right now, we're really trying to stack. So you want to avoid these as much as possible. When we get to the other side, then you can start considering stuff like this if you still want to get into the coins. All right? I mean, look at this. They have all kinds of unique designs. There's so many different types up here. You know what I mean? So many different types. Coin themes. I mean, they have themes up here. Sports, history, war battles, ships. I mean, there's all kinds of things. Fairy tales, zodiacs, skull and bones. I mean, some of these are like 3D coins. You know what I mean? Look at these designs. Look at this. This is a collectible. You know what I mean? This is the kind of thing that's kind of cool. See that? So this is not for you right now. I wouldn't recommend it. I'm only showing you because this is what happens. Once people start getting into the coins, I know they're badass. Women tend to be quickly attracted to coins like this. They love all the different designs. I love this, man. I'm into sugar skulls big time. Look at that. That is just awesome, man. Awesome looking. And then it comes in this little holder. Yeah. Anyway, so that's what happens. They tend to stray on over to the other coins because they like all the different designs on them. It's funny because almost all the women that I know that got into it, they immediately go over there. I'm like, no, don't do that. Stack, man, stack. Then later on, you can get those. I think Stefan actually touches on it a little bit in there. Nice. I like, thanks. They print money from nothing. Grab some precious metals when you can. Yeah, so take advantage of the fact that you got something that has no value and you're swapping it for something that does have a legitimate value. That's a good way to look at it. The one thing money metal should do is match the competition a bit better, is to make free shipping at a reasonable mark. AmpMix does it at $99. J-On Bullion does it at $199. Money Metals does it at $500. Or at least I ordered that and still paid shipping. So here's the thing. They're a small business. AmpMix is huge. As a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, AmpMix is the world's largest distributor. And J-On Bullion's pretty large too. But AmpMix and J-On Bullion, they're really large. They can afford to offer some good deals. But I will show you something and why it is they might be able to afford to do this. Let me show you, Nick. So here we go. We got the Silver Eagle. Look at that. Random year, Silver Eagle. For those of you who don't know what this means, so if you buy 1 through 39 coins, all right, The premium is $6.84 above spot price. Total price is $29.88 per coin. If you buy 40 through 499, you can see what happens is the more you buy, the prices drop slightly. That's what happens. All right, so look at this right here. So 1 through 39 is $29.88, right? You go over here to AmpMix. 1 through 19 is 32, or if you, let's see, most of you do it by credit card, PayPal, 32, 31. You see what I'm saying? See how much higher they are? 20 through 29. I mean, it's 30, 30, 66, 31. So this might be why they're able to offer a little bit cheaper, is because they're charging you more on the premiums. So technically, I mean, you know, you got to pay for shipping, but per coin, it's cheaper to go through AmpMix. You know what I mean? So that's probably why they have such a huge customer base, AmpMix does, that it makes up for that difference in shipping. That's why. That's the good thing about these larger companies. They can afford to do that because they have a larger client base. And so the money is being made up through the difference in the cost of the coins. So although they're giving you, it's not technically free shipping, they give you cheaper shipping. But again, AmpMix has a much larger client base and they're charging more per coin. Been making frequent purchases to MMX and they deliver fast. Would be nice to have an incentive for frequent buyers. Just saying. All right, so we'll reach out to Stefan. See, I don't know. Sometimes they'll be able to. Again, he's the way they have their markup. Again, because I talked to him to stay competitive, and why they're able to sell their coins cheaper is because they don't have a lot of fancy gimmicks. But let me reach out to them because they do have sales from time to time. They do. All right, so let me see if maybe we could do something, you know, one time for Pimpy subscribers and see what happens. All right, I'll let you know. I'll talk to them and see if we could do that. Hey, Pimpy, I bought one time from MME. Did you know that they charge the buyers that spent less than $500 an extra dollar per ounce? Yeah, I just showed. That's what I was just showing you. Okay, so look, you got to look here. So this, here it is. They show you over here the number of coins you buy. All right, this is the price. Okay. That's what you have to look at. So depending on how much, the price goes down. But that's the same with everybody. It's not just one place. Look, you can see AmpMix is much more higher. How, as a matter of fact, you'd have to buy between, in order for you to match per coin how much it costs at Money Metals Exchange for the same coin, you'd have to buy between 100 and 500 in order for you to even get the same price that Money Metals is charging you just from 1 to 39. Do you see that? So yeah, that's normal. That's not anything. It's all companies do that. The price they list is for those of 1,000. No, I just showed you. They got a range of them. You have to pay attention to it. I do not want to spend over 500 on any order, but we'll order many times. So let me show you some again. If you're gonna more than 500, spend more than $500. Okay. So you'll fall right in this category right here. But again, that's the same with any of them. If you go through and you look at any of them, it's pretty much the same. You know what I mean? The AmpMix is a little bit more expensive, but that's normal. So just they give you a little bit of a deal on the more you buy. All right? I'm glad I found this channel. I keep hearing negative things about the precious metals investment. I want to grow my money. I'm spending my savings to survive from the scamdemic and have no assets. I will make my first time purchase. So congratulations on your first time one. Yeah, I don't, the only time I ever hear anything negative about precious metals is usually when you hear them from those big bankers like JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs, and they flip-flop so many times. I try to listen to all the different news and then kind of from there make an educated opinion on what I want to do. Again, so the precious metals, you can never go wrong. 6,000 years of recorded history. It's been there every single time. Unable to order on the MM website from Puerto Rico. Please fix. I do not have this problem with AmpMix or SD Bullion. Thank you. All right, so yeah, I mean, Puerto Rico is considered. I have to reach out to Stefan about that because Puerto Rico is considered part of the United States. I think there's an issue with shipping into Canada and other places, but I'll reach out to them and find out what's going on. Hey, Pimpy, what's your thoughts on Lynette Zhang saying all currencies will RV at the same time? Yeah, I heard that. I mean, there's a lot of different opinions about it. I mean, I've seen a case for why they need to go in groups. So I don't know if I have an opinion one way or another, other than the fact I just know there definitely is some type of reset that's coming. It's inevitable. I don't see how they can avoid it. So if they do it all at one time, then that tells me then what she's talking about is if they all go to the gold standard, then they would reset all at the same time. You know what I mean? So we will see. We will definitely see. And a lot of people think it'll be a 1-for-1, so we'll see. Dude, Pimpy looks like Seth Rogen. People say I look like a lot of different people, but I'll take that one. What's a good stack? All right, so I used to tell people what I thought was a good stack, but I'm finding out that people that can't afford those larger stacks feel discouraged by that. So here's my suggestion is to keep on stacking. You keep on stacking until you can't stack no more. I like that. I played a piece of a video of a gentleman talking about what his retirement plan was. I never looked at it the way he did, so I liked it, and that's why I shared it with you guys. And I'm not saying this is for everyone because I realize not everybody's going to be able to achieve this goal. And what he said was, he has 10,000 ounces of silver. And he calculated everything out as if the value of silver never changed and it stayed at $18, which we know is ridiculously low. He said he can sell 400 ounces per year, which would give him about 72, is that right? 400 ounces. Yeah, which gives him about $7,200, I think it is, every year, which is about $600 a month is what it comes out to. So he would get that on top of what he's already getting from his retirement, and he figured he could live beyond comfortable with that. So you add an extra $600 of cash on top of what you're already getting from your retirement, it would take him 25 years to go through all 10,000 coins. Do you see what I'm saying? That's really slick. But again, I think he's being super conservative. $18 a coin? No, it's much more higher than that. So do you need 10,000? No, I mean, you can almost apply his same idea to a smaller stack with a higher rate on the sell of the coins. Maybe 5,000 coins at, who knows, $36 an ounce. You know what I mean? So that's beyond reasonable. I mean, if you think about what he's saying. So the goal is to try to stack as much as you possibly can, and then just pay attention to what's going on in the market. There's so many of us who are anticipating we're in a bull run. It's going to continue for the next 10, 15 years because of what's going on out there. So yeah, I mean, this means gold and silver is going to continue to go up and go up and go up. So we're there again. Yes, Megan at MMX is great. Yepers, they're all really nice over there. Thank you, Marco. Appreciate that. Pimpy, what is XRP? XRP is a cryptocurrency. As a matter of fact, I was just looking at this. So it looks like, once again, cryptocurrency giving everybody cardiac arrest. They go up and down. Their volatility is crazy. I told you guys to buy on the dip, and now they're going back up. So when they go up, fine. When they go down, buy. Let it go up, fine. When it drops down, buy more. So this is XRP. It's a type of cryptocurrency that everybody thinks taking over the world. I doubt it, but that's okay. That's just my opinion. Although right now it has the biggest gains next to Tron. You can see right here, 1.4. That's pretty good. Chainlink the other day was kicking ass. Almost at a 0.5% up here at Bitcoin. 25% at Ethereum. Still a huge Ethereum fan. But that's what XRP is. It's a cryptocurrency. If you're interested in buying it, there's a link in my description. You can follow it, and it'll show you what you need to do. Cindy C. I transferred my IRA to a company that Money Metals works with, and it's been 2+ months since I purchased my metals. Still waiting for delivery. Something doesn't seem right. Well, Cindy, it's funny you should mention that. We did look into this. Your transfer's been there a long time ago. We're guessing that your IRA person didn't tell you that it's already there or that it wasn't delivered, just so you're aware. But you can call Money Metals. They'll confirm it. Already confirmed it for you. All right, so it's been there. Actually, it's been there for quite some time. So you can give them a call at 800-1865 Cindy, and they'll go ahead and then they'll let you know what's going on. But it's there, sweetie. It's already been there. All right. I love quarters. Since I was little, I could do tricks. My dad taught me. It's special because he passed away. Yeah, it's funny because coin collecting is one of those sentimental attachments that I have with my father as well. We did them together. So, yep, I can relate to that big time. What do you mean when you say stack? Do you mean stack silver eagles or just stack silver in general? So most of us who are numismatic collectors, we don't, when we talk about coins, collectible coins, although some people do say stack those coins, but no, stacking usually means and is pertaining to usually just precious metals. But now people have been kind of conflating the two lately. So, for me, when I'm collecting collectible coins like the silver eagles, that's not stacking to me. All right, that's collecting. Stacking is the silver bars or the silver rounds. So if you go onto wherever you're at, if you go onto your website, like I'll show you here, so over here, Money Metals has these silver bars. So I stack silver bars. You know what I mean? Also, you could stack rounds. These are called rounds. So, they don't have the same type of collectability as far as the coin collecting is concerned. So most people only like the silver rounds and the silver bars for their metallic value, which is the silver, not for any other reason. But lately they have been getting really super fancy on their designs when it comes to silver bars, which is starting to now create kind of a niche because some of them are not fractional. Let's go back. Some of them are really fancy. The designs on them are really gorgeous. You know what I mean? Like, look at, here's a one. You can see that's kind of neat. The backside is obviously plain, but you could go through here and they got all kinds of different designs that are very attractive. You know what I mean? So they're starting to create a niche, but even so, it's always cheaper than the silver coins. All right, look at this coin right here. Look at that design. That is just a gorgeous coin. I mean, a gorgeous bar. But you got to pay a little bit more because of the design. See what I'm saying? So when we stack, we usually just stack the silver bars. Now with all this fancy stuff on there, you want to avoid that because they charge you more because of the fanciness. All right? So again, silver bars are where you want to be. You can see right here, 26.83. It's cheaper than the silver coins. You can see right here, 29. So it's about $3 cheaper per ounce for silver bars and silver rounds. So let's see here. That's the 26.83 for the round. What is this? 26.83. So see, silver bars, silver rounds, we call stacking is people only get them for their metallic value, which is the silver, and it's a little bit cheaper than the coins. Something to consider. Pimpy, thank you for everything. The CEO does said he does not see silver included in the gold standard right away. Can you agree that he is wrong? Also, do you see silver possibly going to about 4K, the dead clock, by the end of this year or the next 5 months? All right, so the market's always hard to tell. There's a reason why everybody thinks that precious metals is heading quickly to the direction of what's on the debt clock. I've heard a lot of experts talk about it. Again, it's speculation. There's a wide belief, and mostly because if you're a QAnon follower, whether you believe it or not, Q told everybody gold will kill the Fed. Everybody knows that Trump is going to push us into the gold standard. That's the goal of Trump. It's been his goal all along. Now, without cooperation from the Democrats, it's going to be really hard to do. But Trump does have the authority to revalue gold and silver. So this October is why everybody is focused on what's going on. There's an IMF meeting. There's a lot of talk about somehow, for some reason, we're going to be removed, whether Trump does it or the IMF does it, removed as the world's reserve dollar, which would damage the buying power of our dollar. It would drop literally 40 to 60% in value really quick. People would flood to precious metals if that happened. But I find it hard to believe that if any of that was even going to actually happen, then make Trump, I'm sure, without a doubt, would have a backup plan to make sure that the dollar is still strong. And one of those should be to go to sound money, real money, which is precious metals. So there's a reason why we're really eyeballing what's going on, and there's a lot of jockeying between banks and countries, all rushing for some reason. We all believe it's because they know as well as the rest of us that something might happen here in October. Now, does that mean it's going to go up to where the debt clock is? No, I don't think so. Nuh-uh. I think if we go to the gold standard, and yeah, I heard what Stefan was saying. Look, everybody has their different beliefs, the different ways they calculate the values of precious metals. Stefan is an expert in this field. I mean, this is what he's done is a lot of his life. Okay, so of course I always respect his opinion. But again, there's a lot of us that don't agree with one another. You're going to see people having a wide range of where they believe gold and silver is going, how much the values are going to be. But most of the silver bugs, gold bugs, believe that the true reflection of gold and silver definitely is on the debt clock. Okay, so again, there's a lot of things that are taken into consideration. Will it ever get there? Sure. I mean, it's very possible. As a matter of fact, I have a lot of faith that it's going to get there. Not everybody shares my opinion, but a lot of other people do. Will it happen within the next 5 months? That's a good question. It really is. I think I'm really curious to see what's going to happen this October. There's no guarantees. That's the thing about investments. Most of everything is speculation. I mean, a lot of people are able to analyze things and take pretty good educated guesses, but we just don't know. We know the markets are manipulated, and that's why they are as low as they are. And because that is why you should be stacking gold and silver right now, because it is being held down. Once those restrictions are moved, man, I think you're going to see precious metals shoot up. All right? So have faith. You know what I mean? We'll get there. So there's a lot of people that feel that, you're going to see by the end of this year, depending on what happens in October. So let's just say nothing happens in October. We're already at the beginning of a bull market, another bull run. It's going to take 10, 15 years. You're going to see huge jumps in the values of gold and silver. All right, I gave you guys plenty of examples where it jumped from $50 an ounce to $550 within 18 months. That's a huge damn jump, all right? And within 18 months. Is that possible again? Yeah, of course it is. And most likely will happen because of just how bad everything is. All right? So just keep an eye on what's going on. But yeah, October would be my first benchmark to see if there's going to be any real changes happening. And it's going to be towards the end of the month. So we will see. I'm hoping to have a very good and happy Halloween. We shall see. Pimpy has gotten me motivated to stack silver. I owned about a half dozen silver ounces, but now I've exceeded the 60 ounces. Yeah, good going. That's it. I love it. I'm telling you, as you collect them and they get bigger and your pile gets bigger, you get more and more motivated. I mean, like I was telling you, there's families that got involved and now their kids are really involved in it. And the kids love it. They love seeing the pile, although it drives me crazy to see people, unless it's just silver rounds or silver bars, when I see people grabbing collectible coins with their hands, it's just the collector in me. It drives me insane because I'm like, don't touch the coin because it devalues the collectible part of it, not the metal, but the collectible part of it. So anyways, the problem with silver is that it's not recognized by other countries as money. Gold is internationally accepted. Silver may be rarer than gold, however, which is in more demand? Which do central banks store? So, gold is always going to be the go-to safe haven. It always has been. But make no doubt about it, they know about silver, and that's just something that's not talked about. But all you got to do is look at the stress on the comics to know that there's not that much silver. There's more gold. Okay? As far as it being recognized as money, I can tell you this. You still can exchange and sell gold anywhere, gold and silver anywhere around the world. The two most recognizable coins in the world is the American Eagle, and people will pay for it. You know what I mean? You can exchange this anywhere in the world. Everybody knows this is the American coin. This is the easiest coin of all coins to sell anywhere. The second one is the maple leaves. All right, so for those you don't know, the Canadian maple leaves, where you at? Canadian coins, you come over here to the maple leaves. This is the second most recognizable coin. Now, as you can see, look at a little bit. Is that right? It's a little bit cheaper than. Is it really? Silver Eagles, a little bit cheaper than the. That's random here, 29.38. I'm just peeking real quick. 28.03. Yeah, so it's about $1 cheaper for Canadian maple leaves. You guys might want to think about. Look at, but there's a delay. See this? Slight delay, 1 week delay. All right. I mean, I have maple leaves. I have them. I have both Eagles and maple leaves. So again, yeah, they are. And these are even cheaper. Look at this. If you're just stacking silver, look at this. Spotted. So this kind of hurts its collectability, but it doesn't hurt its metal value. Look at this. Okay, so what is this? 27.03? 29.38? You guys might consider coming over here and grabbing some of these bad boys. All right? Yeah, it's just tarnished. It's water spots. So maybe you look this up and you go buy them. Right now is a good. You can buy a lot more with your money with those than you can the other metals. All right. So yeah, it's recognized worldwide. You can sell silver coins just as good as you can gold coins. We'd love to see a complete video put together on the IRA investment of gold and silver using self-directed IRAs. When we first heard of the availability to do this, we couldn't find anyone that would help us walk through the steps. At every turn, we were told not to transfer from the stock fund IRA because the advisors didn't want to lose the account. That's exactly why. That's for their best interest, not yours. Very frustrating process unless you know exactly what you need to do and who to contact to get the process or to get it processed. So many self-directed IRA funds out there and had to research fees, the whole 9 yards. Okay, couldn't find a comparison option. We finally chose New Direction Trust Company and store at MMX. Whoever you decide to be your self-directed IRA company, be sure to ask for all fee rates up front and make sure you know exactly which coins, rounds, bars you can buy without having to pay an expensive transaction fee for buying a non-standard metal. Also, make sure you're aware of all depository storage fees as they are all different. One more thing, we weren't even told if we were 59 and a half older that we could transfer our 401ks while still working to self-directed IRAs, still contributing to our 401ks. Ooh, nice. Even I didn't know that. So look, I'll reach out to Steph, and I'm sure he's going to watch this video. And let's do that. Let me talk to him about making sure we can get the right people aboard and then, answer these questions. Okay? If we'd have known the bit of this info, we would have done that long ago. I'm done for now, though. No, look, I love it. Do your homework, peeps. Aditi, I appreciate you sharing that. I will reach out to Stefan. I think it's important because a lot of people ask me about their IRAs and their 401ks and their ABCs and their XYZs. So I want to make sure that people all have the right information. Okay, so thank you for sharing that. That's a good, I think, topic to cover because there's a lot of information in there. So I will, again, reach out to Stefan about this as well as Rice and see if we can get a video together for you. Every Bitcoin investor right now is just smiling at the price of Bitcoin as it held strong and indeed valuable enough to generate good ROI. More persons are going to become millionaires and have Bitcoin to thank for that. It depends on when you went in. If you jumped in before 2017, then, you had a chance to become a millionaire. Where we are now, I mean, has it held its value? I don't know. I remember this time last year, it was down around, $3,000, $4,000 a coin. It dropped all the way from 20. Talk about volatility. So is it going back up? Yeah, it started to show signs of it. We're in that 4-year cycle, and it hasn't moved at all. Will people run to them for a safe haven? Yep, most likely. But keep in mind, Bitcoin, most of the mining and everything's over there in China. Let that sink in. They can manipulate that. But again, the difference between gold, silver, fiat dollars, and Bitcoin are cryptocurrencies. Just like fiat dollars, cryptocurrencies, they have nothing to back it up. Nothing whatsoever. I know people are going to go, yeah, they have. No, they don't. They don't have anything. Just like a fiat currency, it's just like a fiat currency, except for it's digital. There's no difference. Gold and silver is backed by the metal value. It's backed by the metal itself. It's got 6,000 years of history, and everybody's talking about, oh yeah, well you can't transfer it. It's not that easy to store. Yeah, but who cares? The point is, if the power goes out, you can't get your coins. If somebody hacks it, like we just seen in one of the comments, then you lose your coins. You can hold them offline in a ledger, but if you lose the ledger, I guess there is a way to recoup it now, so that's good. Okay, so there's a lot of risk involved. There's no guarantee about where it's going because there's nothing to support the value. What gives it its value? You're just being told that's what the value is. When Bitcoin went to 20,000, there was no reason whatsoever that it went there. It was purely manipulated. Cryptocurrencies are the easiest things to manipulate. Just pay attention to what Tether's doing. They've been manipulating cryptocurrencies on pumping and dumping now for quite some time. The place isn't regulated, not fully, so whales are able to get away with a lot of that kind of activity. So if they can find a way to partner up with a asset-backed currency, I wouldn't have no problems with it. Look, there's a place out there for cryptocurrencies. I don't have a problem with it. But if people think they're going to become millionaires again, maybe you guys might get lucky one more time and manipulate it just to get more people suckered into the mass awareness and a mass acceptance of cryptocurrencies. But I doubt it. I do. Again, there's nothing that gives it its value other than you're told that's the value. Just like fiat dollars. What makes a $5 bill worth $5? It's because you were told it's worth $5 and you accepted it. What gives these cryptocurrencies their value? Same thing. You're being told that's the value and you accept it. Nothing out there supports the cryptocurrency market. It's like a fiat dollar. Pimpy guy stated that he didn't think the dollar would collapse, kind of throws a wrench in things, or did I misunderstand? I heard part of that. I don't know if he said so much that it won't collapse, but again, everybody has their own opinion on what's going to happen. I think it's inevitable. I mean, we're already down. Was it 98% of the value is gone? We need to rethink our money system, and so it's being redone. Make no doubt about it. We're on a reset. So will it crash? It appears to be more. There's probably more signs that it's going to crash. But again, that's just my opinion. Stefan has his opinion. A lot of people have different opinions. So we'll see. We'll definitely see. I think it's going to, if it's going to crash, it's going to crash a lot sooner than people think. All right. That's it for now. I wanted to go back and respond to your questions and get caught up on all my videos where I needed to do this. If you guys like the video, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it. And I'll catch you later.